or for Southwestern Asians, like those in the Siberian Peninsula.
Southwestern Asians? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
excuse me, Southwestern Europeans. That's why they're different than them. Like, there's obviously difference between Europeans.
This is something that you.
Okay, but if we talk about historical. Okay,
so I'm going to solve this one for fucking all time right now because this is the fucking argument. Germany is literally north of fucking Rome. That's it. It's not northwest. It's not southwest. It's not upside down. It's fucking north. Get yourself a map. Look at it. Get a fucking compass. It's done. Move on.
End of story.
No, the Germanic, the Germanic people. We can look at modern state of Germany versus Germanic people. They're literally northwest of Rome.
Peppy, this is going to blow your mind. The majority of modern European inventions, if you subscribe to this history, were Ashkenazi Jewish.
That's fine, but yeah, I don't care about that part.
Right?
Yeah,
okay, so where is this white supremacy?
Okay. Maybe you don't consider Ashkenazi Jews white. That's fine if you don't. I don't really care.
No, I don't consider them white. I consider them Asian.
Oh, amazing. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, let's go there. That'd be a good transition.
Yeah, Jews more intelligent than. I'll concede to that argument. That's why I'm not going to.
Do I think for my compound?
Timothy,
the culture of study.
Are we going down this road, or where do you want to go?
Shit.
I think that's where we left off.
You're so chill.
Let's do it.
So
I mean, the app do love Jews, man. So.
I don't know. What do you think? Should we go down this road? I don't know.
Arabs, not Jews.
What you think, Joe?
This is all Bima's fault.
If I fucking night. Right.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the minor.
How you gonna say that this app love the Jews but don't just love the black people? Look at the numbers. Look at the trenches and the ghettos of Clubhouse. It's all black. This app is all black. This app is all black.
Are you guys seriously not going to see that there's a difference? Look, here's Pepe.
I think Pepe needs to get a new room, a map, and go live in the.
But if we look at Europeans, are we not going to say that there is an ethnic and cultural huge difference between? Shut your fucking faggot retard mouth. Are we not going to say that there isn't a huge difference between what we see even today, the Northwestern Europeans, i.e. the people from the northern half of France, Switzerland, the UK, Scandinavia, and in comparison, shut your fucking mouth.
They're not called.
Okay. Versus the Western Europeans that are fucking, let's just say from parts of France,
I think that's considered the northwest of Europe, but you gotta get a map and figure out what France and Gaul is versus what the Germans and the Viking barbarian. You got it all confused, Pepe. What an interesting conversation, though. Thank you so much, everybody, moderators, putting this together. Another Dr. Pepe lecture. He called me a faggot Michelin just a couple moments ago. This little fucking rodent. It's his whole life. This app, his lectures, his history lessons. It's his whole life. Hasn't touched a woman in years.
it's a shit. But we would obviously see that, like, if we look at Western Europe, parts of France, especially Italy, Spain and Portugal, are considered culturally much different than other parts of Western Europe. We can look at Eastern Europe. Yes, when it comes to the Balkans, okay, and the Slavs, they're much different from the Westerners. And we can look at the Baltic regions. We can look at the Baltic regions of the fucking far north. They're still culturally somewhat relatively different than Scandinavia.
They have a good attitude too.
So like we can use east versus west. But I'm sorry, there is this gradient north, primarily the Catholic countries that exist in southern.
Don't be
Well,
sorry.
You are sorry. Just because I'm not a mod right now, you think you can mod it? You
Don't
think
be
you can
sorry.
just have a Okay, but you know what's going to happen is I'm going to kick you out of every room I want, and I'm going to abuse you and pick on you because you're a fucking piece of shit and you're a pussy. You're somebody who will only speak out
We
when
got
you
him!
see that I don't have a
He's
when you
breaking
see that I don't have a
down!
mod badge.
Oh,
guess
you're
what,
the
faggot? You suck dick. And now, when you see that I don't have a mod badge, you want to run your fucking mouth, pussy. So you're going to be treated like a little bitch that you are.
Doesn't have a mod badge.
Obviously, you're somebody who's a bootlicker. So you're going to.
No.
Do you only attack Pepe when he's not mad?
That is absolutely
I'm sick of
true.
this diatribe. Can we hear it from other people?
No, you shut your faggot mouth. You were literally in my room for years. Okay, now you want to talk shit. So I'll treat you like a little bitch that you are.
You should.
No, so Pat's actually correct on this point. So there is a marked distinction between Northern Europeans and Southern Europeans. It's well written about and documented. The only exception I would take to what he said is when he made the distinction between Balkans and the Nordic countries, Scandinavians, and I think he probably just misspoke, but yeah, otherwise everything was right.
No, I was saying Balkan.
Hi, moderators. I'm just wondering, how much longer will Pepe's history lecture go on for? Could we maybe get some new speakers, introduce some new topics? And he's abusing Wallace here. Wallace is only saying, don't say sorry. Come on, moderators. Let's change topics, change speakers. The Pepe show is getting a little old. My comments on YouTube, people are saying, can we get a new speaker? And moderators, if you could just put Pepe in the goo for 10 minutes, or you know what, give him a mod if you want. Fuck it. He loves his mod powers so much because it's the only thing he's got going on in his life is his little green bean when he gets green beamed up in a room. Go ahead, just give him the green bean. Let's see how long he'll go tonight. The YouTube live is running.
I want to hear what he has to say. Oh,
Yeah,
no more. Continue.
Go ahead.
Well, anyways, so do you see my point, Pepe?
No, I see it. I don't. I'm not somebody who looks at things in black and white. I just think like.
No, I'm just saying you
He does
misspoke
it?
when you said Balkans because you meant Baltic.
Sure, and I'm not. Yeah, I guess that's where I misspoke. I don't. I mean, Europe's a rather unique place, and there's a. As you live in Europe, I didn't grow up there. I would say geographically, it's not
But you should
that
come
big
over.
of a
You should
place,
come over.
but very different. Culturally,
Come and visit, I'll
linguistically,
show you
Americans
that.
cannot think can appreciate like how in such short proximity you get people that are have much different cultures and history. Very long history has helped shape that.
Can I ask a question to kind of bring it back to the, we didn't really get a huge, Timothy, I really want to hear your answer, but is Othello there, Othello?
Northwest Europe. Shut the fuck up, faggot. Northwest Europe. Not the North. Don't you know where the Gauls were at? Right. N-word. That's basically Pepe in a nutshell over the past 5 years. I hope you've all enjoyed my impersonation. Pepe is a midget faggot Corsican who hasn't gotten a blowjob in 6 years because he's been on this app nonstop giving his little history lectures, as you've all just witnessed. Northwest Europe.
Hey, Puppy, are you really Corsican?
Hell yeah, he's not Mexican.
For little person.
He's black.
You would prefer little person.
I didn't know you were Corsican. Well,
So,
that changes
Mike
things.
Allen, what was your question?
Oh, yeah. So I asked Pfeiffer, and I don't know if you were trying to answer, but I'd like to hear your answer, Timothy. Othello, any other black guys on stage? I'm talking to anybody else. But is this statement true? White people have created nothing to benefit civilization ever. And if they have, it was because it was stolen from black people. Would you guys agree with that statement? Or do you believe white people have contributed?
No, I mean, I will fairly say that's a false statement. I mean, I think white people have definitely contributed. But I will say by default, because you guys are the masses, I mean, think that the roles was reversed. And we was in the positions that y'all was in, I think we would have had them inventions. We would have had more of an impact. But I think you guys are just, you guys overruled people, like Cypher was saying. Like, I mean, so,
Do
but
you
to
think
say you guys didn't
quick follow-up?
contribute
Othello,
is,
hold on.
it's a lie.
Othello, don't forget your answer, but quick follow-up, Timothy. Do you believe white people have been an overall benefit or an overall detriment to civilization?
I think overall, I think you guys, that's tough, man. I think it's like 50-50, man.
All right.
I think half
That's
of your
fair.
race is the other half is wants to put people down. Align with the white allegiance.
That's
So
fair.
I think it's 50-50.
I'm a glass half full guy. Othello, do you think white people have done anything to benefit society? Or civilization? Not just society, not
No,
modern
definitely.
society.
You guys definitely have. All I ask is that you give props from the people that you did take from, like like the Greeks and Romans. They were taught by the Egyptians.
But in
Also,
the last 500 years,
Hold on,
like,
hold on. I'm
we-
speaking.
He wasn't done,
Okay.
Pepe.
You're not done?
So the
I
Greeks,
wanted to
He wasn't done.
so the Greeks
Okay,
and
Wallace,
Romans.
I'm gonna mod abuse you like
Pepe,
horribly.
I wanted to tell you something. I didn't done my.
Hold on,
Sorry,
my
son, you're
brother
not.
never finished talking, man. Y'all gotta let
So
him finish.
the Greeks and Romans, got a lot of their
Oh,
pantheon.
can I finish my?
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ, why don't you guys let that fucking person talk?
Greeks and Romans got a lot of their pantheon, a lot of their gods, a lot of their different things, a lot of their architectural prowess from like Egyptian fanboys. You know what I mean? And
Would you consider Egyptian history black history?
I would consider African history.
So in other words, the white-skinned people from North Africa. But the reality is, though, is if you look at the last 500 years,
Hold on.
the last 500 years,
Pepe, why don't
literally,
you let
we can
people
look at
finish?
Westerners that will include Ashkenazi Jews. Because the last
You
national,
can't
they
even
were not
take someone else
included.
talking. He
Literally,
has
all of
to
us,
push his
almost all of your
He
inventions, the
has to
last
push his
500 years, come from people from the
can
West,
someone
including
read Pepe?
Jews. That is a fucking
You just
fact.
listen to Pepe non-stop for 40 minutes. So,
Pepe, do you hold on, Othello? Pepe, do you feel that people are turning against you, man? Is it a Pepe versus everybody type
Oh,
of
we love
mindset?
Pepe.
No, I will. Okay, look, I like to fight. That's the thing. Is I will fight all of you faggots.
I'll
have
stand
zero
on it
problem
and be
doing it.
popular.
okay, so, and the Egyptians, maybe when Rome and Greece came around, when they conquered Egypt, maybe they became more fair-skinned. But they were darker. And if you look at the Nubians of Aswan, they're still very dark people. So I would consider them African inventions. Also, too, give credence to Islam and its 700 rules of Spain, Portugal, parts of Italy, and
It's 100 years of terrorism, rape, destitution, terror, violence, illegality. revolution, murder.
Created.
Sorry,
Islam,
we're allergic.
It was there for 700 years. Like, think about that. Longer than the U.S. has been around. 700 years bringing high architecture, high mathematics. I mean, yeah, a lot of it was taken from.
What
from the
happened?
Muslims.
What happened
Hold
the
on,
year
hold on,
that the
hold on.
Spanish ended up kicking them out in
Hold on.
in the late
You can't even
1400s?
take it.
They literally had
can't even take
the
it.
Spanish
you just let
golden
them
era.
finish?
They
There's
literally
other
conquered
people
half
on
the
the line.
fucking
Even
world.
take it. And I'm not even calling the people that ruled all the way black. There were Indian, Africans. There were, I guess you would call Arabs. It was a mix. It was a mixed bag. But they were there for 700 years, bringing, they built castles that are still there. You could go around to the castle of the Moors.
Yeah, and
And
they
not
got
just-
kicked.
hold on,
They got
hold on.
kicked the fuck out. Like they deserved to be kicked
I know
out.
that. They were there for 700 years. Now, what did they bring? Universities, high art, high mathematics, high music.
Is that
had
why
a lot
it's one of the most economically underdeveloped fucking
Hold on,
countries?
he can't take it. He can't take it. Just give.
Yeah, but you're talking about Arabs, right? You're not talking about black people.
Why you guys interrupt Pepe?
Arabs. It wasn't just Arabs. So give.
They
props.
literally, the Moors were not
Hold
black.
on.
Jesus Christ! Will you guys just shut up and have
Othello will
fun?
never be able to finish, man. It's impossible, brother. Just
They can't take it.
give it up, man.
I was just interested in your thoughts, Othello, on like chaos and Gala and Gloria, so the original, like the first set of gods. Chaos, Gaia, the earth, the sky, and then you have the Titans before it proceeded, and then you have the Minuans and other societies. And I would have said they're more closely related to Near East cultures, but you went in a different approach in saying they took him from the pharaohs, where I can see that implication, but I thought more closely a lot of those titans were more relevant in more Eastern philosophies, but
When you
curious,
go look at Zeus, when you go look at the Greek pantheon, the Greek pantheon inspired the Roman pantheon, right? But you can also, every Greek god has an Egyptian counterpart. So, and then I can show you that later. I can show you right there. So give credence and give props to Islam and everything that it brought to Europe for that 700 years. High architecture, things that you guys wouldn't took, and then propelled yourself for your rule.
hold on, I'm not Greek, motherfucker.
Hold on. You went into your enlightenment off of the back of Islam. You have to call a spade a spade, and yes, you excelled them.
But you haven't
It was
entered the
after
enlightenment.
700 years. 700 fucking years. So give credence to Islam. Give credence to the
Why didn't they build the Hagia Sophia on their own? Why did they have to repurpose it and steal it from the fucking Byzantine Christians?
Because you have to understand, Islam was raping and pillaging, and they was running through all North Africa. They was running through that whole shit.
Are you going to demand an answer, Pepe?
A lot of the information that Islam took, and when they brought the Enlightenment to Europe, I guess Picker wants to call it Northwest Europe, a lot of that shit came from their time in Egypt, when they conquered it in 600 AD, and the time before that. So you got to give credence. It's not like white people just popped up and became the shit, and now we're under
Is
their
that like
rule.
Clearwater?
It was Western Europe. But I agree with a lot of things you're saying, but they did not bring the Enlightenment to Europe. But
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
But no,
You can do this professionally, one at a time.
What year's
No.
the Euro? What year's the what year is the
Euro, let him establish a conversation and then follow up.
Okay,
What
fine.
year did the Moors get expelled, Euro?
Did you hear that, Euro? Sorry.
I was just told to let him expand his point. and
Oh,
then
no, I know.
follow
He
up.
asked you a question.
What
I'm
year?
sorry.
Shut up.
1492.
1492. What? And then what happened in 1492?
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Okay,
Spanish
And-
Golden
and-
Ages.
Not the Enlightenment.
I know it. Yes, it happened later. So once you guys took the rule back, the castles had already been built. Cordova, the universities had already been built. They had already been 700 years of high art, high
The
mathematics, high
universities
science,
came from
high
Bologna,
architecture, high
not
architecture, right?
from
So
Spain.
all you guys
So
did was just put on those robes.
yeah, that's
Okay,
not
let
true.
somebody
Now,
respond.
listen, you
Let
did
somebody
advance
respond.
it.
That's a
Listen,
historian.
Mike Allen, you did advance it. You did contribute it. You did take it to another level. Now we're in this modern time. So you're saying, is it more of a contribution? Um, um, well, you have to look at where we are now. We're at the point of AI data. You got to
No,
look
I
around.
agree with you if your point is that the Arab
You have to look at the
civilization
destruction of the ozone layer.
during the golden age of
Look
Islam,
at the destruction of
they
the
did
ozone
keep
layer. What
academia
the
alive
fuck?
at a time when the West did not. That's absolutely true.
For 700 years, baby.
Yeah, and
700 years,
because
baby.
they studied the ancient Greek text and were open.
And
They
the
later
Egyptians
went
as
through a
well.
period where they decided that
Thrill at listen, lust of the light. Oh man, my man, come careering out of the night of Pan, Eopan, 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 come over the sea. From Delhi and from Arcady, roaming as Bacchus with thongs and parts, and nymphs and satyrs for thy guards, on a milk-white ass come over the sea, to me, to me. Come with Apollo in bridal dress, shepherdess and Python. Come with Artemis silken shod, and wash thy white thigh, beautiful God, in the moon of the woods on the marble mount, the dimpled dawn of the amber fount. Dip the purple of passionate prayer in the crimson shrine, the starlit snare, the soul that startles in eyes of blue, to watch thy wantonness weeping through the tangled grove, the gnarled holy of the living tree that is spirit and soul, and body and brain. Come over the sea, O Pan, O Pan, devil or God to me, and my man, come with trumpets sounding shrill over the hill. Come with drums low muttering from the spring. Come with flute and come with pipe. Am I not right? I who wait and writhe and wrestle with air that hath no boughs to nestle, my body weary class. Strong as a lion and sharp as an arrow.